Hello. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. How do we sound, by the way? Sorry for the delay. Tried to log in or tried to like just open up OBS and it's just like, hey, log in. And it's like, oh no, this isn't good. whenever Streamlabs is telling you to log in, that's because it doesn't remember you. So I was like, oh crap, which account did I use as the login? And then I logged in and it's just like, okay, it reset everything. Fantastic. So I had to reset everything, but deleted my scenes. If you don't know what a scene is, scenes like this. So if I wanted to like switch it up to be like this, no face, or this, these are things I used like a year ago, which is not good. You may notice chat's not on screen. Hold on, let's try and figure that out. Oh, get out of there. Trying to figure out. No, please, please. I have no idea. This is like literally when I set it up. Oh gosh. But if it, let me know if it sounds okay. Let me try and get chat on screen. I don't know, man. All right, boys, start typing things. Let's try to figure this out. Sorry about this. There we go. We got screen. Let's go. Yeah. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Okay. It seems decent enough. Bro, forgot how to cook. No, here's the thing, bro. It's just like, imagine I am a cook and you're like, I'm like, let me cook. And then I go in and then like someone has thrown my knives onto the wall. And I'm like, what the hell happened here? Bro, I was about to cook and my kitchen's been ransacked. What's up, Big Corgers? What's up, British? How are you? Territorial today? Yeah, I figure we'll do territorial today. And then I think we might start incorporating some days of lines of battle into the stream. Seems like people like that enough to make that another game we can add to the channel. Let me just double check the analytics for it though. Did people like it? I don't know. Yeah, people liked it okay. It is like the worst viewed video currently on the channel, but it has 5,000 views in the last 10 days. So it doesn't necessarily, it's not a one-to-one with territorial, but it's pretty good. What's that? It's a new game. It's on the channel. It's basically like it's a free online browser game where you fight lines of infantry. What happened to Power World? Dude, we beat Power World. I wish I remember that we played Power World for that one guy who was like, why don't you play any bigger games? I played through the entirety of Power World. Literally like 20 hours of off-screen grinding so we could do stuff on stream for an hour. Is it online though? Of course it is. It's a multiplayer and everything. Domination today? No, Domination was yesterday, but the video is live today. No, not that. Whoopsies. Territorial. Ugh. No, don't tell me you forgot this. No. No. Damn it, I forgot this. Hold on, I gotta log in. Ugh. Oh, good, I remembered. Okay. Let's go. We're back, baby. Let me just make sure I'm in the right account. Yep. Okay, cool. All right, let's play territorials. Dude, today has been a cluster. Today has been an absolute cluster. Okay. New game looks kind of complicated. Here's the thing. You can learn it. And if you don't learn it, you can understand what's going on, right? You can understand line infantry's fire, guns. Like, that's a concept you can understand. You can learn new things. I have the most faith in you. Corgi, how do you even get into your territorial account login? When you create an account, you just go to my account. And if you don't have the right login, the account you want, you go to login. So basically, when you create an account, you should copy your password. You should copy your account name and password you snip it, put it on a file on the computer. Because someday it'll be where you forget it. Get me out of this color. Someday you'll forget it. And you'll need it. Like I have. So, easy peasy. Alright. But let's get playing. Oh, frick. Let me get that fixed. Settings. Place balance above. Why did this switch? I'm on the right account, right? Yes, okay. Place balance above. Keep closed is muted. Medium. Okay, good. Also, Corgi call me Musa from now on. I will try, Muhammad. I'm gonna be straightforward with you. There's probably been about 7 to 10 different Muhammads that have passed through here at some point. But I'll call you Musa. All right, let's do Caucasia though. Let's get playing, yeah. Let's rumble. I will try, Muhammad. Yeah, task immediately fails. Dang. It's hard not to want to call you Muhammad when it's the most popular name in the entire world. And your name is Muhammad, and be like, I'm Muhammad. But I understand. I understand when to be called something different. Did I ever tell you guys the time I was in like 7th grade English class? And this one kid who's like, comes in and, we're doing roll call. And when the teacher's like, you start your first day of a new class, the teacher's like, if you go by something else, just let me know when I call your name. And this one kid, I think his name was like it was something really bland, like Steven. She calls it, and he goes, I go by Cardi. Like, you guys might know it as like Cardi B, but like at the time, I think he was trying to go by Bacardi. But couldn't because that's an alcohol. And everyone just kind of looked at each other like, this kid's not Cardi. His name's not Cardi. And the teacher was just like, she stun locked him, or he stun locked her. Absolutely flabbergasted. The teacher's like, okay. Like, I don't know how much I'm gonna pick a fight with this. Anyways, she never called him that from then on. She just referred to him by his name. And I was like, yeah, it was a bold move. I'll give you that. It was a bold move to try and go by Cardi. As this, 11, 12-year-old white kid. Any hoozles. Let's focus on the game. Anyways, if you have like a Musa, I can call you. If you want me to call you Cardi, I'm not going to call you Cardi. Ooh, nice, easy one to go into. Yeah, I see the problem. I got other problems. We got Skeleton Crew today. To start off with, we got to be a little bit careful. I'm typically known by my nickname of my surname, as my first name is John. I don't know, man. Here's the thing. If I had a name like John John's a name I think you go by in phases. Because, like, sure, like when you're growing up, you're Johnny, right? People call you Johnny. And then you get to like you get to like probably middle school, high school, and you guys are like, guys, call me John. And then if you go to college, there will be a phase where you go by Johnny again. And then you get to the working world. Well, forever you'll just go by John. And that'll be the rest of your life. I did have can I tell you guys, my best friend growing up, or my first best friend, met the guy in kindergarten. We locked eyes across the circle. And we're like, you know what? We're going to be friends. And it was even more cemented when we found out we live like 10 houses down from each other. And we're like, oh my God, best friends forever. Anyways, first best friend, his name, John Tucker. Why that's funny? Well, there was a movie that came out called John Tucker Must Die. Obviously, I'd moved away and stopped being friends with him for a very long time. I just had seen him one more time at the circus when we were like 12, and we were like, with the most awkward, like, hi, do you remember when we used to be best friends, but then I moved? But it's forever cemented in my brain that John Tucker was my first best friend, and now he apparently must die. Lawton, you idiot. Don't tell people your last name on the internet. What are you going to do next? Share your social security number with us? Wake up, sheeple. You don't share that. You have no chance of ever becoming a CIA agent, I'll tell you that. Homie just openly shared unprompted his last name on the internet. Go get him, Fum. Fight the good fight. Voldemort's helping you. Yeah. It's looking good. Everyone knows you only share your credit card information with strangers online. Yeah. Make sure to also, like, you know, share the street you grew up on, your favorite childhood pet, and a nickname you had as a child as well. Also, your mother's maiden name. That's how you meet people, I'm pretty sure. Although I will say nowadays, holy cow. Like when I was a youth, the internet was a more dangerous but also safer place. And what I mean by more dangerous is like people didn't recognize the dangers the internet posed, therefore like you could get into a little bit of trouble. But like the repercussions of messing up now are instantaneous. Like I swear to God, like you mess up then, I don't know, you have to make a series of mistakes for it to like come to bite you in the butt. Like you would have to agree to meet a stranger online or something, and then you get kidnapped. I'm like, you got me. Nowadays though, you make one mistake and your identity is just straight stolen. People are so aggro now. Hell, my friend in college, her name was Leah. Leah got a speeding ticket, and it was just like, I got pulled over for speeding. Cop comes up to her and goes, do you know you have a warrant in Grand Junction? And she's like, what? And he's like, yep, you got to go to jail. Which is always not a great way to start off an interaction with a cop, because they also tow your car in this instance. Well, what Leah didn't know and quickly found out through a series of, you know, the courts taking or looking at the picture of the person arrested to compile a photo, was that was not Leah who had a warrant in Grand Junction, Colorado. She had in fact had her identity stolen. And some woman who was arrested in Grand Junction, Colorado used it, and then she got a warrant. Here, let's do Africa. So she had to go, like, through a series of court appearances, had to go and grab, through a series of court appearances, she got a piece of paper that she would forever have to, like, carry around with her. I don't know if the law has changed. Basically proving that if she ever got pulled over again, that she was in fact had her identity stolen and that the warrant did not apply to her in case this woman ever did it again. I don't know how well that would actually work out, because that seems like something that, you know, you could fake. But it caused her a lot of problems, and she spent a night in jail for a crime she did not commit in Grand Junction, Colorado. Officer, I swear that doesn't mean look at the paper. Yeah, exactly. That's the argument she would forever have to make. I don't know how much it went on to affect her life, because I know she did become a lawyer. But it wouldn't surprise me if that popped up one more time, just to, you know, mess with her. But I'm sure you could imagine the trauma of, like, some girl in college getting pulled over and then surprised you're going to jail because you have an active warrant for, I think it was battery. Just straight assault on someone. All right, let's hold this position here. I'd love to attack, but I got August here, and I'm not exactly on the front lines. I'm kind of back lines, so I'll let everybody else kind of make a move first. I can help out a little bit here. I can't do too much. We're not going to have back lines for a while, though, so we probably should make a risk and do a move here, especially on an easy one like this. This is the one that everybody should be going after, though. Good, we have some movement there. Here, why don't I help fight down here? Because I know you can help me here. And then Army and me can take on Augustus. Potentially. There's the full send. All right, Army. Let's get this guy down. Obviously got to watch out for this guy, but we'll figure it out along the way. Hey, Banana Nana's with us. Ah, Red's real big. Red's going to be a real problem. We got to do this quickly. I understand, Mr. Redacted. I understand. We're trying to close the line. Because if we can get Army into being a donator, life will be pretty good for us, right? We also got to figure out the back. Burns, you need to stop donating. You got to be ready to fight, bud. You guys got to fight that guy. All right, let's try down here. Can we get some... Red team's a real threat, guys. Can we get donations to Burns instead of me? Donate Burns. Donate Burns. Who the hell is boating? That better not be a player. Oh, he's just a dead guy. Okay. All right, I gotta peel off. I got someone else to fight. Ah, life's getting real rough. I gotta go back. This guy's a big threat. I'm getting pinched. Hopefully fire burns will be able to wrap around. Oh, that wasn't TT. Okay, never mind. I thought I was dead. Here, let's try and wrap down this guy because I see the big threats down there. As soon as Burns is done, though, he'll be able to donate forward to me in Darkside, and I think we can handle it. And redacted. A little bit of a messy game, but that's kind of what happens when you start everyone spawned in the middle. Oh, Banana Nana's there. Everyone just donate Banana Nana, and we'll be fine. Yes! Let's go! Huge. Huge game. Very messy. Very messy. That was a game you don't win unless everybody does well. Like, look at this replay. Everybody had to do well, because there really wasn't any collapsing of a backline and just easy donations forward. Like, look, like, we instantly, like, fall, because we never really established backlines, which is fine. It's a game. It's not a contest, so we didn't call out a corner. Everybody did pretty well, considering. Like, no one had, like, a really easy fight. It wasn't till, what, 3 minutes in that we get, like, people who can just fully donate? Scary game. Well played, though. All right, let's do Europe next. How sure are you that that was me? Well, first off, did you switch your icon, or are you somebody new? What browser are you using? Just Chrome. Nothing special. Switch my icon? Okay. Well, I was pretty sure that was you. Because nobody else has the in-game username of the icon and the burns. So it'd been a rougher life if it was an imposter, but either if it wasn't you, the imposter played well. Is that a Luigi and Mario video? What are you talking about? A Banana Nana. Fortunately, everybody over here didn't put up a fight at all. Look how quickly we just rolled them. Oh, Banana Nana's right there. Okay, awesome. I'll just knock down this guy and be able to donate to him, and then life will be good. There we go. Banana, grab it. No, grab it all. Grab it all. That's all for you. That's a gift. Nice. Perfect. Now I have the person in front of me to protect me and also have the land. Basically why I gave away the land right there was because obviously my fight's over. Banana still needs it. He's gonna have to clear out this corner. So I'd rather strengthen a already strong asset than try and, you know, save up and donate to him. Corgi watching the 4-player spawn camp him and immediately lose. Nobody spawn camped me. I random spawned. No, I think everyone just tried to do... Everyone in the corner was very aggressive, and the black team was just patient enough to be able to take advantage of it. How are we doing up north? A little bit rough. A little bit rough. I mean, we have the strength. It's just saving up time, I guess. Banana, I'm just going to give you a small donation. Get you a little bit closer to your red interest. And then I think you can handle things from here. And I'm going to donate up north to Bill. Bill, can you get involved on this guy? Bill? Paging Dr. Bill. We get a little fight back. There we go. There we go. Go get him, Bill. Wonderful, wonderful. No, friend. Dang it. Couldn't help him. Okay, that corner's clear. Go, redacted charge. No, my icons are all messed up. Go, bud. You're at your maximum interest. Everyone's trying to donate to you. Get some movement. Give me a bigger attack. Give me a bigger attack. Go, 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 go. Keep attacking. Keep attacking. The entire board is donating to you. Just keep attacking. Never stop. Never stop. Never stop. There we go. I wonder what Omni-Man would think of this chat. Well, I looked over there once with disgust, so I think he would be like, yes, this would reinforce his idea that the world needs to be conquered. Spoilers for Invincible. He would look at this and be like, I'm justified in becoming this world's overlord. They need help. You disgusting monsters. Anyways. Let's do a global. No, let's do Wordle. I love Wordle, dude. Wordle's my favorite. That's Austria. I guess the 8 neighbors of Austria. Well, we have Hungary. We have Switzerland. We have Italy. We have Germany. We have Slovakia and Slovenia. We have Liechtenstein. And then what the hell is even that? Czechia? Czechia? Yeah. Oh, it's Vienna, right? I was literally dying as I was approaching. As soon as it came up as Austria, I was like, what the hell was the capital of Austria? I feel like I know it. And as soon as I didn't know it, and I've been thinking it the entire time. And as soon as we got here, I was like, yeah, it's Vienna. And Vienna's like here. Yeah. Can you guess the flag for Austria? Yes. It's a very distinct flag. AKA, it's a European. We have 3 lines. Did you know we have 3 lines? What's the monument? I don't know what this one is, but I wish I did. This looks too, like, almost Mediterranean. So it's gotta be this. And what's that called? Probably the Hofburg Palace. Nailed it. Well done, thank you. Can you guess the national emblem of Austria? That was like, we discovered that one yesterday. I always forget what it was. That's obviously Vietnam. There's no flamingos in Austria. I know, boo. That's one of the, I think that's like Syria or something. Oh, it's that one with the flag on it. The dying black crow or whatever it is. I'm gonna guess Austrian's not a language, so it's German. Although I think they technically call it Austrian German. Or do they call it German? I don't know. What's the second most common spoken language? Maybe Italian? French? English? Turkish? I probably would have eventually gotten to Turkish. It would have taken me a few more guesses. That's not one you really think of as a native language for Austria, but I do know there's a lot of what's this YouTuber known for? Known for country-related videos and quizzes. Thanks, IDK. I appreciate you. I think that's a pretty fair assumption. I always die a little bit on the inside when someone asks me what I do for a living, because I know I have to go down a wormhole of the first step of explaining what I do for a living is first telling them I do YouTube, which always elicits a very excited response, like, wow, that's something very different. Because typically when someone asks you what you do for a living, they're doing the very mundane response, but like, let me just throw out the low ball to try and get to know this person. And then they feel like they strike gold and be like, oh my gosh, that's something interesting. I actually want to know about this. Step 2 is the confusion of explaining which video games I play, and they've never heard of them. Step 3 is always the question of how many subscribers do you have, and I say around 50,000, and they go, oh, okay. Like, they were really they set the bar in their mind. Everyone always sets the bar in their mind when you tell them you do YouTube, that you have like 1 million, 2 million subscribers and that you're very rich. And then and then you're not, and they're like disappointed in you. I'm like, I'm sorry. And step 4 is just kind of like this awkward like interaction for the rest of the night. It's the worst, dude. It's the worst. Oh, step 5 is, do you have another job or is it just YouTube? Yeah, and I always just say just YouTube, and then they're like, oh, okay. When someone asks you if you're a gamer and they don't recognize the game you play, they assume you're just a geek. Yeah, they assume you're really weird. All right, this is North America. We go Canada and Alaska. Northern Canada, Alaska. Let's try and stick together a little bit. Tell them you're a coder? No, because then they'll ask questions about coding and I won't know, and I'll be immediately sussed out, and then they'll be like, this guy's unemployed and a loser who has to lie about what he does for a living. So nowadays when people ask me what I do, I just lie and say sales and marketing. And then what do I do? What do I sell? I just tell them I sell billboards like I used to do. And that usually shuts everybody up. Nobody cares about billboards. It's just an easier step for all of us, right? And if you really want to just shut down a conversation, tell a girl you're on a date with that you do YouTube for a living. Because they all have had a toxic gaming boyfriend who just screaming at the wall and throwing his computer and keyboard and stuff after losing a damn Call of Duty match, and they never want to do that again. So when you tell a girl you play video games, they just assume it's that. Like, sick. I sent you crying on the inside. Here's the thing. I love YouTube. I have no shame in doing it. I just really get tired of other people's judgment about it, you know? It is like, I've never been judged so hard in my life for anything outside of this. Like, I get less judgment for telling people that I'm physically handicapped than I do for like YouTube. Like, it's just like, oh, little buddy. It's just, everyone just thinks it's like a midlife crisis and I'm suffering and dying. It's like, no, I do okay. All right, let's focus on game. Can we try and build up Azrael down south? He's kind of in like Oregon territory. We need to take a big chunk out of blue. Azrael, you're gonna make some moves for us, right? You're gonna get a good push forward. How's the back lines? A little bit rough. That guy has no troops though. That guy does. We should be fine. We just need to keep this push going. Okay, what billboards have you sold recently? Lawyer billboards. I'll just draw on all of the knowledge I had when I sold billboards. And I'll just, you know, that's an easier one to lie about because they're like, what billboards do you sell? And it was like, oh, it's mostly hard to do the Fallon Fernley territory. If you've never heard of Fallon or Fernley, yeah, most people haven't unless you're from Nevada. And people who are from Nevada have no interest in Fallon or Fernley. So therefore, the conversation wraps up exactly where I want it to end. And then I go, what do you do for a living? And let them talk about themselves for the next 30 minutes. Everybody's favorite topic, about themselves. Let's go. Bro made the Better Call Saul billboards. No, I never got the cheesy lawyer in town, which I was disappointed on because he was too cheap. I'll tell you this though. I got one lawyer and he was like an easy enough guy to work with, and then I met him in person and he was the most jacked, ripped guy I've ever seen in my entire life. Also incredibly nice. I mean, he dressed like kind of like a Better Call Saul guy, but he was so nice, and I was just like, dang. I'm gonna be straightforward with you. If I ever was in trouble, I'd probably hire that guy. No, that's not true. If I was ever in trouble, I would talk to my friend. I have this couple who are friends. One was like a DA. She retired when she became a mom. And the other one works in like environmental law, but basically on the side of the lawyers. No, he works in HR law, but on the side of the side of the corporations. And I'd be like, I need a lawyer who will absolutely crush. And they would tell me somebody. Hey, Shubo, thank you for the £2 donation. Happy April 10th. It's officially 266 days until 2026. Wow. Love the hat, mate. Use Godsend Lens to look it up. It's more of a story behind it. It's not really. It's just, what was the company's name? It's Arches National Park. It's by Sendero, who is my favorite hat company. Free advertisement, but they make good hats. I think they make them in the United States too, if I remember. Maybe they don't. Where's this made? No, it's made in Bangladesh. I fully lied to you. It's made in Bangladesh. Yeah. Let's do Scandi next. But they have a lot of the national parks, and I love national parks, so I fully ride with them. All right, let's rumble. Trump putting a tariff on your tax? No, we're down to 90-day pause. Oh gosh! And if there's anything the markets love, and companies, well, the markets are rabid dogs. They'll react to anything. But if there's anything companies love in terms of long-term projects, they love instability. Let me tell you. Corgi, what flag is this? Gosh, what is that? That is, was it the Island of Man? hard to see. It's very small. I think that's the 3 legs of the Isle of Man. Ah, dude, sorry, player 316, for spawning directly on top of you. I random spawned. That's on me. A little bit of a jerk move, not picking my spawn. Somebody strike down this guy. He's pretty big. That kind of backfired. I became the attacked. Never mind, I got donated to. Huge. Nice little wrap up of the corner. Yeah. Do I get a sympathy crown off this because I was losing so bad, people felt bad for me, thus donated, thus became the strongest player on the map too quickly? No, I'm too far behind. If I had started attacking up north, I could have gotten the crown. But honestly, I never really looked for that, so I wasn't aware of how much land I needed to grab still. Hey. GG's. You guys must have won quickly to give me donations. Corgi, how you doing? Naval invasion's about the boat coming up. It's a short... yeah, Chris. Yeah, I hit the B button. B is the key for boats. Good job. What's this flag, Corgi? That is Nauru, I think. Is there an easy way of selecting a moving bot? You wish, dude. You wish. I suck at moving bots for that exact reason, that they're hard to click on. I could, especially if you're playing on like mobile or something. It's the Marshall Islands. Ah, dang it. I messed it up. Can't believe I'm playing with my favoriteest YouTuber. Well, feel free to come back tomorrow. We do this 5 days a week. Let's see if we can get Asia in before the contest. What's that flag? That looks like the Caymans. Again, it's really hard to tell because I'm looking at something like this small. And it's one of those stupid ones that has the British flag in the corner, but then something else. Can you explain how the contest works? Yeah, Flax, basically a contest is like a regular game. You get a point for your clan based off of how many people join the game. So right now, let's say we have 100. If we win the game, the Corgi clan gets 100 points. In a contest, it's doubled. So basically, a contest is where all the good players go because they want the points for their clan. So it's very stiff competition. So we'll call out that's the only map we'll call out a region that we're spawning together in, because we need to kind of play it a little bit more wisely. Hey, Shuba with another £2 donation. I got called a goodbye by a customer at work. That's awkward. I hate that. I don't like that. Although I did date a girl who had a praise kink. She would need to be praised. that like turned her on sexually. It was to be praised. And I was like, all right, good girl. Like so reluctantly, like, all right, good girl, you did a good job. Like, I don't know about this one, man. And she discovered that kink because I think she worked in customer service and someone told her that. I was just like, this is, I mean, you do you. I will support you. Because obviously we are dating and I will try and be a good boyfriend. Anyway, she cheated on me. With my best friend at the time. It's pretty sick, right? All right. How can we get out of this? I'd love to get somebody big over here. Forrester's probably the answer, right? It was very sarcastic like a dog. Yeah. The world's a mean and rough place, and some people feel like, you know, they can lash out when they have a slight something go their way, not go their way. I feel like my dad's a ticking time bomb for this. Like, he's such a nice person, but there'll be something random tipping him off, like the like someone who didn't used to ask for a tip asking for a tip will set him off. I'm like, Dad, please. Let's just get out of here. Although I do feel like that's part of becoming an old man, is just getting a little bit grouchy about things. I go, Dad, please don't. How did you find out you were cheated on? They got married. No. It was like one of those things where... So the whole story is I was dating this girl, and we've been dating for a few months at this time. And there was a fraternity party. It's called a U+2, which is basically you as a member of the fraternity invite two girls to a party. The idea being that you invite one girl who you are with, and the other girl you bring as like a friend to your girlfriend, and as a potential social meeting place for people who don't have girlfriends to potentially meet somebody new. That's the whole thing. So there was this girl I knew from high school who was a good friend of mine. There was never anything there, but she had really helped me out of a depression slump when I had like cut the tendons out of my hand. And I had a big accident, had to sign an NDA, so can't talk too much about it. But I was in a low spot because at the time it was like, you're never gonna be able to use your right hand again, as well, which was a bummer because like I had just left college as a ceramics major, so I couldn't go back to that. And I left to become a firefighter, and that was the end of that. So I was really depressed, and she helped me out of it a lot. Well, she was going to college the next town over. We had like reconnected on Facebook and found this out. And I was like, oh, perfect, let's bring her. Haven't seen this girl in like 4 years. Anyways, my girlfriend at the time, I had cleared this with, I would like to let everyone know, had cleared that I could bring this friend. I wasn't just stupid. Cleared that I could bring her. That was a trap. She immediately got jealous of this girl and us like reconnecting, because again, we hadn't seen each other in like 4 years. Then my best friend at the time and her kept sneaking away. And then I would call them and they wouldn't answer. And it's just so embarrassing to be with your friend. And then also me and this girl, we'll call her Sarah. Let's say me and Sarah, my friend I hadn't seen in 4 years, are just wandering through the fraternity house with both of them not being able to answer their phones. Mysterious. And not long after, we broke up. And the way we broke up was I was getting a ride to the airport from my friend Drew for Thanksgiving break. And as I was telling him, it's just like, I don't think it's working. Like, because that was just so, that was like kind of the needle or the cherry on top. Just being so rude to my friend in that moment. And just like embarrassing me. It was just very frustrating. I at the time didn't think I was being cheated on. But she called me, or I was telling my friend Drew, I was like, I'm going to break up with her when I get back because I want to do it face to face. She didn't have the same idea. She just called me on my way to the airport as I'm explaining that I'm going to break up with her, and she broke up with me, and it was like, perfect. It was a very mutual breakup. Didn't care. Anyways, immediately afterwards, they started dating, and people kept coming to me and be like, they cheated on you. I'm like, that's fine. What are you going to do? I've never been mad about someone cheating on me because I always kind of viewed it as a fast track to finding out you two aren't going to work out. I was a little mad that I didn't get invited to the wedding. And the reasoning why I didn't get invited to the wedding of one of my best friends in college was because he was insecure about the fact that I had slept with his future wife. And I go, yeah, man, that was kind of on you, right? Like, what was I supposed to do? Yeah. Like, I was more cool with my ex-girlfriend than I ever was with him again. He got weird with me. And I was just like, okay. Like, keep in mind that you cheated on me with my girlfriend, so if anything, I should be mad, but I don't know why you're mad at me. Wild times. Do we think we're gonna get through this contest in time? I don't think so. Let's pop out for the contest. I'm in. Corey's just a really peaceful guy. I mean, if it was another girlfriend another time, I probably would have cared more, but it was just literally like I was so done with this girl. Like, she would just, like, I would just constantly get flack for things I couldn't control. Like, at the time I was working 4 jobs and at 2 officer positions in different, like, in like the student body council as well as the fraternity. And she would just go to, I couldn't hang out with her all the time. I was really busy. I made that clear when we first started dating. It's like, I am very busy. I would hang out with her as much as I could, and she would go to parties and cry that I wouldn't like hang out with her. And I was just like, gosh, this is never gonna work. So by the time we broke up, I was like, it was so done. Like, it was just like, great, adios. Never felt anything bad about it. I was more mad that I lost a friend out of it. I was more than happy to be like, yeah, that happens. All right, Gambito, me and you. We go this guy. I'm gonna Sumo, if you could fight this guy, I'm gonna try and get him to bait into listening me. Let's see if we can get dwindling numbers in. There we go. If we could just get everybody else to finish up this last guy, though. Sumo went a little low on troops. Unfortunate. You'll still live. Awesome. All right. How are we doing? A little bit rough over here. Should mostly survive it. No real threats emerging from the red team. We pushed way far forward in Europe. Or you have like a Forrest Gump level lore. I mean, to the degree that I've been a lot of places, and like I just lived a lot of places and I've had a lot of jobs. Relationships wise, I've been everywhere. You know, when you stay single for most of your life, obviously like dating, but never like fully committing, you date a lot more people. So, you know, I've been in like, I've had the highs of highs and the lows of lows. Like I've been in a spot where, you know, I had 3 different girls over to my bedroom on the same week. And I've been at the place where like a girl would like drunkenly call me when she was sad, but then never respond to a text when she was sober. But I was so down bad that I would always pick up her call. Life comes at you fast, baby. To be honest, you look like a firefighter. Oh, you should have seen me when I was in my prime, kid. You know, old man war story. Urgh. I think the only thing I want to know is how you're going to make up for the fact that you introduced and got so many people addicted to territorial. Will you at least come to the intervention? No, man. Drug dealers don't need interventions. Dealers don't need interventions, baby. They're the ones making the money. I'm just a friendly territorial dealer, baby. You look like a lumberjack? Yeah, one Halloween party I did go as the Brawny Man. And that was a really fun costume. Highly recommend. Because it was very... First off, I brought Brawny paper towels with me. And anytime there was any kind of spill, which, you know, as a party there always was, I would fully in character as a commercial be like Brawny strong and like talk about the quality of the paper towel as I cleaned it up. That was a good time. You look like that one truck driver who parks in the wrong spot. Yeah. I'm gonna be straightforward with you. I probably would be that guy. I don't know why. Like things didn't mentally... I would make stupid mental mistakes as a youth. It didn't click until I was in my 20s. But I would do dumb things. All the time. I probably would be that guy who parked in the wrong spot starting out. If you wielded an axe, I trust you with it. Well, I do know how to use an axe. I do know how to chop wood with the best of them. The trick is to not use your lower back. How many girlfriends have you had, Corgi? Oh, no. I have a higher bar to the level of girlfriend, where I would say if we didn't date more than 3 months, we weren't together. Corgi, has anyone told you look like Magnus Carlsen? I think people just see a square face with brown hair and they go, ah, this is a white man put together, huh? Right? I get white men all the time. I have a face that's very bland and generic. That anywhere I go, especially with old people, they'll ask me if I'm from the town they're from because they look like somebody they used to know. When I was working in small town Texas, I would go into every elementary school because it was my job. First off, let's clear that up. Let's not draw context. And there'd always be a teacher be like, you were a student here, weren't you? And I go, no. Oh, yes, you were. Average colonialist, if you will. Sure. Dude. North America and Scandinavia are hot today. Here we go. Let's do Middle East. Do you play Colonist? I don't think so. I've never heard of that game. Somebody that I used to know. Yeah. That song is about me. I'm somebody that you used to know, except for we didn't ever know each other. I'm just generic white man. I have a beard. Corey, thoughts on ice cream? I mean, when you crave it, it definitely hits. I remember being in an airport restaurant. And you know how that is. You're just there to get food and get out. But the waitresses there were very loudly talking next to me. And I overheard that one of them, who was this tiny, skinny girl, had like cholesterol problems. Because she would go home every night and eat a little carton of a pint of Ben and Jerry's. And I go, what the hell, man? That's a lot of ice cream. Every night, dude. First off, I was furious with her because she didn't gain any weight. Bastard. I have a lot of skinny friends that complain about not being able to put on weight, and I just go, you stupid son of a bitch. If I look at a bag of chips wrong, I'll gain 4 pounds. It's like, oh, life must be amazing for you. Oh, you can't put on weight because... Like, gosh, what a first world problem. Especially in America, right? Like, you're fighting against the odds. Yeah, we use corn syrup instead of sugar. We can't have sugar in our food unless it's highly processed. Hey, Freeland. I would like to wrap up over here first. This guy will just full send. Corn syrup's the same thing as sugar. It's just processed. And if you think it's the same thing as sugar, I highly encourage you to go buy a Coca-Cola and be like, oh, okay. Get that taste in your mouth. And then go buy a Coca-Cola from Mexico that uses cane sugar. And tell me there's not a difference. Ice cream melts in your stomach so you can make a lot of room. Yeah, when I was listening to this interview with the guy who plays Mac on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And when he got really fat for the comedic effect, he was saying that how he got fat was he would get a thing of ice cream, leave it on the counter, come back in a few hours when it's liquefied, and just drink it. And I go, oh. I mean, that's a great way to gain weight, but F, man, that sounds gross. The same products in the UK are a lot lower and higher in protein. Yeah, that's the entirety of the EU. You have the same products at a higher quality because you have regulations. Like, hell, we've known red dye number 20 has been cancerous for 20 years. Red dye number 9, I think it was. What was the red? Anyways, the red dye is like literally like been linked to cancer for like 20 years. America just banned it last year. It was like, cool. Hey. Guys, we can finish this up. We don't need to rush to another game. Just let everyone play it out. Morning. What's up, Brandon? Rob McKinney, second nicest celebrity I've ever seen. Yeah. I haven't really run into any celebrities in my life. The girl at Modern Family, or the mom from Modern Family, stayed at my hotel once. She was very nice. Actually, the guy who worked, it was really funny. The guy who used to work as her personal assistant also worked with me. And he was like, yeah, she's super great. I used to work with a lot of celebrities, but like, because in hotels, I would book room blocks for them for when they're on tour. But the biggest thing of working with celebrities when they're on tour is they don't want to talk to you, man. They need time to decompress. So my entire job was like body blocking for them, hiding the fact that they were in the hotel. The worst one, though, was we had Kesha. We had Kesha staying at a hotel. Prime of Kesha's career. And one of the people found out before we learned that we really need to keep it secret. Found out and tried to go give her a bottle of Jack because she has a song of wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. Well, it was like drink Jack in the morning or something like that. So she tried to bring her a bottle of Jack, and I had to like almost tackle this woman to avoid letting her go to her suite. And then after that, the only people that know a celebrity staying in the hotel was me, my boss, and the general manager. I'm trying to think. We had Elon Musk in the hotel one time. We had the attorney general once. But when you book high-ranking government people, it's kind of a pain in the butt because there's a lot of steps you have to go through to get them like we had to have like security clearance for the entire floor. The U.S. Marshals came the week before to like sweep the place and like, you know, map out the exits and stuff. Cameras had to be installed. Oh, the worst one was President Trump. God, what an asshole. Just in context of like this story. So when you sign a contract for a block of rooms with the President of the United States, it's a very specific thing. You have to basically block off the entire hallway. You have to have rooms above and below him. You have to install hard lines of internet into certain rooms for the Secret Service. But the president will always have a clause where it's just like he can back out at any time for any reason because he's the president of the United States. He might have an emergency. Fair, right? Well, it costs a lot for the hotel to set this up. So it's a lot of kind of like banking on the fact that this will go well. But we spent probably like $10,000 setting everything up, not to mention the rooms we didn't sell because we were selling it to him. And he canceled about 4 hours before he was supposed to show up. But the reason he canceled was because he just decided he didn't want to stay in Reno for the night. And it goes, dang, man, that's really shitty for, you know, a business. So I was real pissed. Not because I was the salesman who made that contract, which made me look like a fool. And then all that money went negative into my monthly or my quarterly numbers. So I had to make that money up. And I go, you bastard. Well, you didn't want to you didn't even think about not wanting to stay in Reno until the day before, or like 4 hours before you were supposed to show up to the hotel? Shouldn't the U.S. taxpayers compensate you? No, because, you know, the contract terms were like they could cancel any time because, again, he's the president of the United States. So, you know, it's our fault too for rolling the dice, but also you could also do the common courtesy of, you know, canceling before that. Talk about having your plans trampled on. Good one, British. I was so mad. I was a sous chef at a few high-end restaurants and many times would engage with tables with the amuse-bouche. I've met hundreds of celebrities. Conan was the best. He's always on. Yeah, Conan literally, he talks about this. He makes it a thing where he gives any fan, he always says yes to a photograph or like an autograph because it's like a special moment for that person's time. And also, he never wants anyone to walk away being like, Conan's not a good guy. I have no doubt that Conan's like a legitimately nice guy. Trying to think. Oh, you know who was a bad celebrity? What's the Entourage? Entourage. This guy, Jeremy. Jeremy Piven, dude. So abusive to staff, dude. We had like a free shuttle that would take people to town, but obviously like those people need to go home, so it ended at 10. Calls the front desk drunk and screaming at like 2 in the morning that the shuttle's not running and someone needs to come pick him up. While he, like, we went and picked him up, which was ridiculous that anybody agreed to that. And he's screaming at the shuttle driver, who wasn't the shuttle driver, it was just some random employee that we got behind the wheel. Screaming at them at what an asshole they were. And why they were driving so slow. Keep in mind, this is a winter resort. This is a ski resort. People drive slow to not die. Screamed at the front desk. Oh, he was just a jerk all the way around. I once met Corgi Circus. He was so rude. He spat in my drink and poisoned me. No, I've never been recognized. Nor do I feel like I should be. The only time I've been slightly recognized was one time I was playing BattleBit by myself. And I was still like fully engaging, like, come on boys, let's cross this river. And then one guy goes, are you Corgi Circus? And I go, yeah. I was like, dude, I watch your videos all the time. And then anyways, he stood up and got shot, and that was the end of it. If I saw you, I'd be scared and run. Maybe you'd chase me. I don't know. No. Seems like a lot of effort on my part. Right? Hell, man, I'm in my 30s. I couldn't chase anybody. I pull a groin right away. Will there be lobby 2? Yeah, we can do lobby 2 after this. Let's spawn bottom right. If I seen you in public, I'd full send you. I mean, feel free to say hi. You know. Just because someone is famous doesn't mean they have the right to everything and to be right about everything. Yeah, but to the other end of it, just because someone's famous doesn't mean they owe you anything. Like Scarlett Johansson was pretty famous for being like denying photos when she's like just out with her kids or something. She's like, I'm not working right now. And people get upset with her because they don't take photos. And it's like, yeah, it's a big moment for you to see Scarlett Johansson for sure. But also like she needs time to just be a person. So I fully understand. I think that's fair. If I saw a celebrity, I don't think I'd go say hello. If anything, I'd just be like, hey, big fan of your work. And I like walk away. I wouldn't want a picture or an autograph. I'm pretty sure I saw Jack Black at my mess hall one day. Jack Black, I'd definitely go up and say hi to. Like, you're hilarious. Jack Black elevates any movie he's in. Whenever you see Jack Black in a movie, you're like, all right, this is a little bit better now. He's so funny, dude. I miss when he had his YouTube channel, Jablinski Games. That was a sick channel. I love that. I was sad he stopped doing it. I think it depends on how big they are too. Somebody small would likely be recognized, or at least lots of small people say like being recognized for the first time. Sure. I don't know. Maybe I have a different view on it. It wouldn't be a big ego boost for me. It'd just be like, ah, cool. But also, like, you know, when you get to your 30s, you mellow out a lot. So if I was like 20 and famous and someone approached me, I think I'd have a different reaction than I do now. I think I would have let that feed my ego pretty heavily, but nowadays, not so much. I'm just happy to be here. If I saw Corgi in real life, I'd be like, look, it's a lumberjack who loves geography. Damn, dude. You profiled me, but you profiled me so well. Except for I never worked as a lumberjack. I do know how to cut down a tree properly, though. Okay, we're doing well over here. CCP should be able to wrap up. Guys, let's remember not to boat across this in a contest. We need kind of the option to build up a big guy and bring him down. And you guys are just all kind of in the way. Here, Transrock, I got you. You're going to do big things. Love getting the notification an hour late. Yeah, YouTube's not exactly amazing with streaming, is it? Corgi, thoughts on incel, femcel culture? I love rants on social political matters. First off, let's go to lobby 2. Guys, stop ending the game before people are done. Come on. There's no need to rush out of things. Just because you're done doesn't mean that other people can enjoy a moment of playing, right? The whole reason we're here is to play a game. There's no need to play 3 minutes and rush to the next game. You got plenty of time. Anyways, let's go to lobby 2. And let's go Battle Royale. Look, we won. We don't need the specs. Yeah, but here's the thing, Muhammad. Is just because you're done with the game, it's kind of disrespectful to end it before somebody else is done, right? Just let it play out. It would take an extra 30 seconds. Call me Musa. Yeah, that's fair. You did ask me that. Musa, it takes extra 30 seconds. Let people play. That could be someone's first chance of like being big and getting the crown. You can take it away from them. It's kind of rude. Remove tags. It doesn't matter for a battle royale. We'll give people the time to join in though. I saw Corgi Circus. I do IRL donations, throw coins at him and make jokes. Yeah, I probably wouldn't throw coins at me, dude. Like, I am a very big guy. Like, you understand that, right? And if you're throwing stuff at me, that's assault. And I'm gonna mess you up. Call the police? Oh my god. No. I think realistically, I would just put you on the ground really quickly and be like, are we done here? If I met you in real life, I'd just say brother. If you don't reciprocate, I would have to unsubscribe. Ah, dude, I honestly think, depending on how drunk I am in that moment, I would do it in public. If I'm stone cold sober, you might not get one out of me. All right, we'll do Asia. No, Asia's a small map. Let's go a bigger one. How much do you bench, bro? Nah, I don't really bench anymore. I mean, let's get real. If I fought someone who knew how to fight, I'm gonna lose. But for someone who doesn't know how to fight, it's just like, brother, I played a lot of rugby and a lot of football. I'm just form tackling you to the ground. I'm using my weight to my advantage. And I'm getting you into chokehold until you tap out. Ah. You know, let's just do Caucasia. Let's just do Caucasia. All right, let's rumble. Please do something non-geographic like Pond or Halo. Not really in it. Have you ever played Hacksball? It's a free browser game. No, but if you want to put it in the in the game recommendations channel on the Discord, I'll take a look at it. I only ask you to put it there because I have the memory of a goldfish, so you know I won't remember to check out a game when the stream's over. Good luck, boys. I feel like if I attacked Corgi, he would say, "You've territoried your last IO partner before breaking my neck." Imagine that. Imagine something so dumb's the last thing you ever hear. No. I'm not really a violent person, I'll give you that. Alright, 15th place. Have you ever played UK as Dummy Nation? No, but I also don't take nation recommendations from chat. You gotta put that in the YouTube comments. Corgi sounds like one of those bros just chill hang out with. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna be straightforward. If there's any strength of mine is I'm a fun person to drink with. When I used to work in sales, I would go to conventions and get like one lead throughout the entire convention and then get like 20 leads at the hotel bar when it's over. It's fantastic. I hit like a sixth gear. Like people would always used to tell me at work that like we would go out drinking and they'd always tell me at work that they're afraid to talk to me because at work is like, I don't want to be there, right? So I would just like get through it and people would think I'm mean, and then we go out drinking and they're like, you're so cool. I'm like, yeah. I just hate working that much. I'm here. Sorry I'm late. Maverick, my friend, how are you? I'm surprised you're not flying right now. I imagine every company in the world is like, hey, let's I know there's a pause on tariffs, but let's just try and get more stuff. Corgi, do you play D&D? Dude, me and my friends have been trying to play D&D. But here's the thing. The hardest part about D&D is getting a group of 30-year-olds together on one night. I swear to God. We started it 2 months ago. We have not even started the campaign. We just made our characters. Targeted twice. Sick. But then, like, somebody's child was sick. Somebody went out of town. I went out of town. Somebody went out of town. Somebody started a new job. Haven't been able to get this. Most canceled, but now that there's a pause, flights should pick up except for those from China. Yeah. We'll see how that plays out. I don't know. I would probably cancel too. It seems very he seems very erratic with the tariffs of whether they're going in place or not. I wish Corgi had a heavy Southern accent. I don't know why. Yeah, I'm real prone against heavy Southern accents. Just well, let me rephrase that. I don't mind Southern accents, but when I hear a West Tex accent, it kind of pisses me off a little bit. Because one of the worst people I've met in my life had a real thick West Tex. No. It's East Texas. East Texan accent, and he was such a jerk. Or Corgi had a thick German accent. I don't really have an accent, do I? When I used to work with my dad, people would tell me all the time, like, all the girls, like, my dad is such like a unit at work in terms of, like, he's involved in everything. He's so on top of his shit all the time that it, like, frustrates and intimidates other people because it makes them have to be on their crap all the time. Like, there's never going to be a late report with Mike O'Neill. He's fully locked in all the time. Like, one time when I was starting at my job, I had to do what was called a manager acclimation program, where you go and talk to all the heads of departments to, like, learn how they do their jobs so you can more efficiently do yours. And I talked to every head of department except for when I got to finance and was supposed to talk to my father, and he farmed me out to one of his subordinates to have the talk. He wouldn't even make time for me. That's how locked in he was. Anyways, when I was working with him, all the young women in their 20s and 30s were infatuated with my father. Keep in mind, he's like a 5'9", 250 guy. Like, he's nothing like sexually, he's like amazing. They were infatuated with him. They loved him. I think it's just how much he could just take control of a room. And they'd be like, I love your father's Southern accent. And it's just like, he doesn't have a Southern accent. He talks exactly like me. But man, they just would fawn over him. They would want to go in his office. I'd constantly go in his office and there'd be women there. And he'd be so frustrated that they were there. Did not like the attention at all. He's like, I'm trying to get a report done. This part of town ain't so friendly. Yeah, that was my dad. He was not friendly. Like, when I was in high school once, he hired me to do some filing back when, you had files. So I did the filing. And I walked in to his office to tell him that I was done. And I saw a side of my father I have never seen. He's always been like a warm, smiley guy. I walked into his room mid-report and I saw an anger of someone who was about to get the F chewed out of them for interrupting him. Like, full on rage. And then he looked at me and recognized it was me, and then just kind of smiled. It was like a full like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde moment. I was like, I didn't know my dad had it in him, but I'd be scared to go into this place too. And then as I'm telling him about this, someone comes in to try and like smooth talk an expense report he was supposed to turn in already, and my dad had none of it. That guy had no excuse. And that guy, it's just like the guy walked in clearly in sales and like, hey, trying to smooge and booze and stuff, as salespeople always do. My dad could give less of an F about it. And that guy like quickly shut up, and the place got real awkward. Like, all right, I'm like, I'll go do it. Sounds scary? Yeah. I don't know. I didn't know my dad had that dog in him, but he turns it on only for work. Working with your parents sounds like hell? No. Working with my dad was great. Because number one, we'd always have something to talk about. But he was fully like, you know, this is your opportunity, sink or swim. Like, he would never like interfere. So, you know, he treated me as much like an equal as he would anybody else. I'd be scared poopless. Yeah, I wouldn't mess with Mike from accounting, dude. He's a beast. But he's really good at his job. He's like a freaking wizard on the Excel. So many companies will like hire him to like fix up what the other accountant effed up, and he'll do it in like 2 days. Are you playing Lines of Battle today? No, tomorrow we'll play it for sure. Not hell for those 30-year-old women. I mean, he'd treat them the exact way as he would treat any other person, but they just liked him more because of it. I don't know why, man. I can't explain that one. Believe me, I would know if my father was like giving attention to some woman in the hotel. No, that never happened. He's, first off, way too loyal for that. Second off, way too like locked into his Excel spreadsheets. I miss Warnament. Yeah, Warnament's never coming back. It wasn't a good enough game. It didn't do well on the channel. And honestly, like, it just struggles from a formatting sense where you have like 5,000 little pop-up windows you have to like micromanage around. Dude, well done, Sharky. You played from the middle and won. Not an easy thing to do. Let's not do the yawn emoji, though. It's kind of disrespectful to the other player. But we'll go ahead and say that's one. Alright, let's go back to lobby 1. Hi, Corey. What's up, Kraft? How are you? And let's get to a team. Just missed the contest? That's okay. We don't have to hit them all, right? Good night, Corgi. Adios, Guru. Have a good one. I'll miss on a round and chill with some Cheetos. Nice, dude. Dude, I was craving Cheetos last night. I didn't get any. I was wanting them. Alright. We'll do Asia. We'll do Asia. Maybe seen Has Been Hotel? What's Has Been Hotel? Is that a movie or something? Keep in mind, I used to work in hotels, so I don't think that's a brand of hotels, but it could be somewhere else in the world. What's the strat? Just do your best. It's a non-contest. We only do strategies for contests. Did DJ take a sick day? He might just be busy. He is like, you know, an adult. claim this for the boys. The creator of Lines of Battle commented on your video. Oh yeah, I do need to respond to that. I feel like a jerk. Very nice of them. I'll do that after stream. It's a good game. Fundamentally, it just works, right? That's what you want out of a game. It just works. That's player. Hey, bud, I need your help over here. Pios went a little heavy. Oh no, our buddy left. Cool. Yeah, we gotta work. Pios, you gotta help. Thanks for coming back, Submit. Nice. Problem solved. Team game is mostly about positioning? Yeah. Nightbot's muting people who say the forbidden game. Yeah, I'm just really tired of answering the same question. It's supposed to reply with why I'm not going to play that game. Because I kid you not, I've literally answered that over 200 times. It's the only game I've really ever had to do that for. I've added funny commands for Roblox because it was funny. But this one is just like, nope, we're just mute. We're just gonna remove the message. Sharky, get involved, bud. Don't just watch your boy die. Again, let's not with the yawning. Give that a thumbs down. Don't do that. If you want to do that, play on a different team. You represent all of us. There's no need to be super toxic. Or I could just make it sure that nobody ever donates to you again. Like, if you want to, like, just, you could just be nice. There should be a chat feature in game. No. Like, I want you to think about this for 2 seconds, Trip. If you go to the out of game chat, it's toxic AF, right? Why would you think that in game would be better? I would literally quit this game if an in-game chat was installed. I would literally leave. Toxic's far the pun of it, to be honest. Yeah, well, if you want to play that way, then play with a different clan. Understand that this entire appeal of this clan is that we're new player friendly and that we try and be nice people. So if you want to play for a toxic clan, if you think that's part of the fun of it, pick a different clan. I think the icon comms is good enough as a chatting game. Yeah, I think it's perfect. All right, let's do Middle East. Can you play Hearts of Iron 4? Amy, what I would say to you is you seem to be wanting to watch a different streamer. So I would just highly encourage you to do so. Like, if you don't want to watch this game, that's fine. No beef on my part. Just go watch somebody else. I'm sure there's a ton of small Hearts of Iron 4 streamers that would love to hang out with you. Love to have you as a viewer. And when you want to watch Territorial, come back here. It's pretty easy. Corgi's a nice guy, to be honest. I mean, yes and no. No one's white and black. Everyone's a series of gray. I try and be nice. But it's just like, I just don't have tolerance if you want to come into a video game and bully people. Which is essentially, when you add it up, what toxic is being. Like, you may not want to think it is what it's being, but you're just bullying people. If you want to bully people, then, you know, don't be on the team of the group that brings 70 to a party, right? Like, we're already at such an advantage. It's not like you're proving anything by being toxic on top of it. That's a problem. We got problems. Ios, if I donate you, yeah, I'll donate you. You fight down there. I just want you to call me Musa. Then just change your name to Musa before Muhammad, is what I would say. I'm sorry, I'm looking at chat for half a second reading. You can make this request a little bit easier by flipping your name around. Bro's picky. I'm just trying to do 4 things at once, so I'm just asking you to, you know, make my life a little bit easier. If it's really that important to you. There you go. Uh-oh. All right, Kush, I got you, brother. Do the Lord's work. Can we get some donations to Kush in kind of Georgia area? I know. Oh, this is even Georgia. What the hell is this country? Is it Georgia? Yeah, Georgia area. That's correct. Can you help fight him? There we go. That's not Georgia. That's Southeast Turkey. Yeah, Georgia's up here, isn't it? I panicked in the moment my brain died. But you figured it out, right? You figured out how to donate too. Corgi, what's your hat about? It's just Arches National Park. It's a cool hat. I woke up this morning and I didn't want to take a shower and do my hair. Is the long end of it. My hair's long and it was going everywhere. I was like, ah, it's a hat day. Greatest part about now working at the office is not having to do my hair every morning. It's the main use of hats nowadays. Yeah. For sure. I mean, it's also the main use of hats for people over their 30s is to hide the fact that they're balding. Not me though, bro. I got my genes are strong in that way. Both my grandfathers had hair until the day they died. My father has hair into his 70s. I think I'm pretty good on the hair economy. I think we got this one on lock. Oh, but I had this friend in college who balded at like 19. And I was like, dang, man. That's rough. Most men have the medieval monk haircut. Oh, where you have like the horseshoe in the middle. Here, let's do North America. Elon turned it around for sure, though. What, the hair? Yeah. I mean, turns out when you're rich and you can just go to Turkey and get hair implants, they work. But here's the thing with hair implants. You have to constantly get them. They don't just stay there. My Cocker Spaniel went to the dog groomers and she's rocking the Friar Tuck haircut. Dude, dog groomers have no mercy. Like, whenever I take, especially Ranger, who has a lot of hair, to the groomers, they mess them up, man. And I go, what were you thinking? Were you trying to embody like a prize poodle here? Like, this dog is a Schnauzer Australian cattle dog. Well, what are we doing? I mostly just take him out back and shave him myself, though, at this point. They say that if you take medicine against, you can take medicine against your hair loss. I don't know how actually prove or like effective that is. Versus like, it's good enough to get through the FDA. But if it actually worked, you wouldn't see bald people around, right? I don't think too many people choose to be bald. I don't know, man. I'm not that vain about hair. If I started to lose it, I'd just immediately shave it all off. Because, like, you don't look bad with hair. You don't look bad without hair. You look bad when you're losing hair. Like, I worked with this guy, and he was losing it for a while, and it just looked awful. He's trying to comb over, like, 15 hairs. It's just like, ah. And then when he came and shaved it off, it was like, dog, you look amazing. Like, no joke. That looks amazing. You just with a bald head. You should have done that a while ago. I don't know why, not to be, like, judgmental, but, like, in the stages of losing your hair, it does kind of scream a level of, like, sadness. Like, man, you're gonna look great bald. Just get rid of it. Corgi, what does your gym program look like? Right now, I'm just full cardio mode, so I'm just on the Peloton every day. Well, 5 days a week. I ride for about 40 minutes and I call it a day. I'm getting to the point, though, where you can see all of the quad muscles. I go, hell yeah. Corgi, you look good with a mullet. I thought about doing a mullet, but honestly, I hate the sensation of hair touching my shoulders. I used to have really long hair in college. I had long hair, pierced ears, and an eyebrow ring. I was a real trouble kid. To the point where, like, I was dating a girl, and her big in the sorority, every time she would meet me, be like, when are you cutting your hair? And it's like, yeah. And then I learned that I look better with shorter hair. Because as soon as I, like, got a man haircut, I got a little bit more attention from the ladies. GG. Also just easier maintenance, to be honest with you. Corgi was an emo? No. Never an emo. Back in my day, we used to call them goths. Goths and emos were different things. I love Facebook. You know what my favorite thing to do on Facebook is go to someone's profile, click on their profile picture, and instead of going to the right to see their next most recent photo, you go to the left and you see their oldest. Like, one of my friends was a full emo, had the like black jet hair caught across his face, and I go, oh my god. Hell yeah. It was great. Old? Yeah, I'm old. I'll give you that. What's a Peloton? It's a stationary bike. All right. I don't think I get through any kind of game in a minute. Let's just wait this out. Let's do this contest. Yeah, we'll go back to lobby 2 after this, Nathan. What's up, Ranger? You look scared. Something's at the door? Homie's so independent. He always comes to me, though, when he's a little bit spooked. Well, he's not independent. He'll come and cuddle all the time, especially in winter because he gets cold. Hobbs is the independent one. When Hobbs comes to hang out, it's a party. I would love to see Corgi in his 50s and he would record at that time. I mean, it probably will happen. I don't think there's a real like promotion level after streaming, right? You kind of just do it. All right, Middle East. We start Africa. Let's get that hard presence in Africa. Then we spread out to the western side of the Arabian Peninsula and the western side of Turkey. Please don't spawn in the chokehold, guys. This middle area, Iran, Iraq, it literally will kill us. The only reason we lose the game is people spawning there. Don't spawn there. Corgi Farming Sim coming back to the channel. I have plans at some point to make Farming Sim go to a secondary channel at 25. I just need to do it, to be honest with you. I'm trying right now to build up a bigger backlog of videos. Please do Farming Sim and Civ 7. I don't know about Civ 7. But I do kind of want to get into Farming Sim. Would you play Goat Sim? I mean, I think the meme is like 5 years too late, right? There are 2 Kirky circuses. Well, the one asking for donations is not me. Yeah. I hate trying to tell people not to go here, but I do it for your own good. You think you're going forward and you're going to be the crown, but you're just going to be the wedge in the way of the crown, because we never build a crown from there. You'll never get the team support being here. You'll just be in the way. And I'm trying to tell you this for your own good, because I know you're going forward to like be the guy, and you're never going to be the guy there. We have never built up anybody from that spot. And we never will. It's a mistake. Thank you. Let me give you claps. My first stream was the one where you lost your farm sim save. Dude, the Bread Empire. I was so pissed. I was so disappointed. I logged in that day and I was like all hyped to play farm sim, and then just my save is gone. For no reason. I didn't change anything, it just disappeared. I tried all the things to like backlog it and I just never popped up again. Like, this game sucks. Hey, Diddy, can you fight this guy? No, Diddy. We need you to go up north. If you see someone getting donated to, that's your primary target. Someone big getting donated to, that's your primary target. Diddy, we need you. There you go. Keep it coming. If you ever see someone like on the top of the leaderboard on the enemy team getting donated to, or if they have the crown and getting donated to, or if they're calling out for donations, you got to realize that's who the entirety of the other team is building up to beat us. We got to fight that person immediately. Everyone's ticked off when their save disappears. Yeah, I get that. I've never had that happen in a game before. It just happened in Farming Sim 22. Or you play Fortnite? No. I think the game's a little too childish for me. A little too cartoony. All right, can we start pushing some donations forward to Azrael? Do work, Azrael. We believe in you. Do you watch the MCU? The Marvel Cinematic Universe? Ugh. The franchise that single-handedly killed cinema? Yes, I've seen it. Like everybody else. I wish we knew what was coming. This country used to make movies, damn it. Now we just make sequels and prequels, and it's all because everyone's trying to hit on the Marvel Cinematic Universe high. Hollywood's dead. It's just a bunch of hedge fund owners trying to maximize their returns with familiar IPs and sequels and prequels. It's so depressing. I was trying to think, is like, what's the last movie I saw in theaters? And I can't think of it. No, I was part of the problem. I went and saw the new Alien movie, and I kid you not, we were the only ones in the theater. Like, it was like one of those things is like walking on a Friday night and being confused if the theater's open because there's nobody there. Not a single soul. Didn't see a single person the entire time we were there. Not in the movie theater, not in the lobby. It was weird. I heard that was really good. It was okay. It was okay. Amazon really capitalizing it with iconic superhero shows like The Boys and Invincibles. I mean, I'm not mad about like comics being made into franchises. I think that's good. I'll tell you what I did just watch on Amazon though was The Landman with Billy Bob Thornton, John Hamm. That show was kind of baller, not gonna lie. All right, let's go to lobby 2. This one you gotta take off tags for. We're gonna do a team game. But the show was pretty fire. Yeah, I was not expecting it to be as good as it was. I loved it. You have to watch The Wheel of Time season 3. Yeah, I mean, I was all about The Wheel of Time first season. I even read the first book. And then second season kind of lost me. So everyone's got to take off tags. Tricks, come on, don't be part of the problem. Shanti, Minecraft, Jesse, take off tags. Crocodile, take off tags. Guys, we're trying to get it so that we can do a big team game, but if anyone comes in with tags on, it's going to shrink the game down. So please don't do that. Brad, please take off your tag. AOL, take off your tag. Iraq, please take off your tag. Corey, you ever played Minecraft story mode? No, Minecraft never got my attention. I was very aware of Minecraft from the early days. Like it was 2010 or 11 or something like that. And I walk into the kitchen of my fraternity house, and there's this guy with his laptop who's been there for like 6 hours. Like, dude, are you doing homework? He's like, no, I'm playing this game. It was Minecraft. He was so locked in. What's the difference between lobby 1 and lobby 2? No one goes in lobby 2, so we do it as a private game against each other. The interactive choose your own adventure. I would never. You would never catch me on that. In one of those. I will say the Black Mirror one got me, but that's because it was Black Mirror. Alright, let's do the world. Ever play Slay the Princess, a visual novel? No. Are you gonna do Domination? Domination's on Tuesday, bud. Tuesdays only. Alright, mission accomplished. I blocked the green guy from grabbing too much land. Shoot me. Grab the bot, dude. What are you doing? Our guys did not win the expansion battle up north, which is unfortunate. Dumb question, why no clan tags? Because the game, if one clan has too many people in relation to the population of the game will take the teams down. So let's say like 5 people joined with a corgi tag. Well, the game would say that I have to put everyone on that team. Everyone else is at a disadvantage. So what it will do was it'll eliminate, let's say, like the yellow and the blue team and the green and the red team, and just put them together. So instead of doing a sick 5-team battle, we get stuck with a... Dude, who's the asshole who's just donating this guy for no reason? Instead of doing like a sick 5-team battle, we'd end up doing a like 3-team battle, which is dumb. God damn it. Good move. So, what I would like to kind of reinforce with people is I don't mind when you target me, like RMPX was great. Donating bread for no reason was pretty dumb, right? Like, that didn't benefit the green team at all. You guys are so weak over here because you donated that way. But our team was kind of doomed from the start because our guys didn't push up as much. We got bad expansion from these two. But let's not tell people how old you are on the internet. Just timing you out for 5 minutes. But that's why we don't do clan tags, is because we want the game to sustain with 5 teams and also everyone to have the equal chance of being on the team with everybody else. It wouldn't be fair if like the best players all went like, okay, we're going to be on this clan tag, so we make sure we play with each other, and then they just dominate everybody. All right, good luck, Hart. Try to hold off as long as it could. What's your favorite ideal number of teams? 5. I think 5 is good. Interesting battle we got going between red and blue. Both pretty consolidated, although red's in a little bit more trouble. Green, bud, I think you kind of need to look at the board and reinforce, like, Kush Kingdom. I think attacking black is not your move. I think you want to strengthen over here so you guys don't collapse. Your teammate's getting actively rocked and you can switch. You can flip the entire board for your team. Like, there's just not the numbers to fight down this guy, right? There's so many blues in Asia. Yeah, they did a good job working together. Now the threat's blue. Black has no way to, like, fight blue. Yellow is not pushing against blue. They're fighting green, brother. You don't got time for that. You gotta start fighting. If this guy gets kicked out of Europe, you know, you lose the game too. You gotta go fight Burrito Bandit. Fire. No. You don't want to fight red. You gotta look at the pie chart. Blue's about to win it. If you get to like 40% as a team game, you lose a lot of those, right? You gotta keep your focus and donate to Cheese, who can actively fight Burrito Bandit. Because, I mean, you can fight this until it gets a little bit more even, and then Cheese can boat through this and get a little bit of land. I don't know. Or you can just fight it straight. The foreign made colors clash. Yeah. I mean, green and black are kind of out of it. I mean, we do have the crown down here who can do some damage. If I'm the crown, if I'm black, I'm probably rolling through. I'm rolling through this guy to get to blue to start doing some damage against him. The hell? You're over there? What? The boat. Holy cow. Surprise, mother truckers. Oh no, blue's in a pretty compromised position here. I think black might be getting a little bit aggressive with the boats. The idea is that you don't want to have borders with everybody, and getting into Asia this early kind of gives you borders with everybody. But it kind of worked just because it was so surprising. I just broke my foot. I'm currently in the hospital. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry. Hopefully it's like a clean break and not like need to have surgery. Ooh, working back into kitten. Interesting. Red? What do you... Blue, are you fighting red still? Did you guys peace out? Oh, that's why red's doing it. Not a bad move. I wasn't keeping an eye on this conflict. Yeah, they all stopped fighting red. But now red's getting kind of big, and he's fighting blue. I don't know. Everyone kind of needs to turn their attention to red. They're getting up there. Black comeback? I don't think so. I think if he had taken the fight with more direct borders, he could have owned all of Antarctica. And, like, yeah, he did disrupt red or blue a little bit, but I don't know if that was like a mission critical type move. And I think now he's just getting attacked by everybody. He's going to lose. That's why you don't want to do boat strats like this, and why you want to consolidate your borders, is so that you're not fighting so many people at the same time. Haven't been here a while. How you doing? I'm doing I'm doing all right, Cash. Dude, red's taking over. It's too late. It's too late. Blue was too busy squabbling. Their biggest player was too busy squabbling with black down here. Doesn't recognize that his entire team is dying up top. Yellow's just now getting in the game. I don't know. It's going to be a tough one to come back from. Spiral break on both femur and tumor, but it may heal on its own. Oof. What'd you do, dude? Jump off like a 6-story building? Do you stream to Twitch too? I used to, but then like my internet provider said no. Both streams kept lagging heavily. Zooming out to see your entire front lines be demolished is a humbling moment. Yeah, nothing's worse when you're fighting a battle and you get 2 tunnel vision and you look back and it's over. It's a rough one. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call this. There's no way. Black doesn't have borders here anymore. Blue's dead. Good job, Canada. I don't know how you pieced out with the entirety of the blue team. I'd kind of ruled that out of my head as an impossibility. But it bought you so much time. And you went down here, which I was questioning why you were doing that. I didn't recognize you pieced out with the entirety of the blue team and you just wrecked. Good job, red. Well done. All right, let's go back to lobby 1. Add the tag back. I'm not very good at identifying where to expand at the start. Got any tips? I mean, at the start of the game, where you want to be identifying from is you want to kind of identify the region that you're going to collect. And in that region, you want to be pushing, you want to block off, like, basically, if there are bots that are harder to be accessible for other players, you deprioritize them, and you push to the bots that other players have access to. Those are competitive bots, meaning that the other player could get them or you could get them. If you get them first, you're strong, and then you can come back and get the other bots that are a little bit easier for you to grab later. That might have been some tunnel vision by me, the cute kitten. Yeah, Alex, it happens to everybody. You just are in the fight for your life, and then you look up and your entire team's demolished. To be honest, it was unexpected, so I can understand why you weren't heavy on the lookout for it. Here, let's do Europe. Pop in, pop in. There's a few seconds. All right, good luck, boys. That was stressful. I got so focused fighting blue that I didn't see red. Yeah. It happens to everybody. It's important to keep an eye on the pie chart and see when things are flipping. But to act like I haven't been in the exact position you are is heresy. Now, hopefully nobody random spawned behind me. Nope, perfect. Great. Great challenge to blue. Now, I imagine with 3 people named Food, this is a guy multi-accounting because none of them are expanding at the same time. So I can imagine he thought he was going to gang up on people and cheat, and I can't wait to be the hammer upon which he breaks. It's also such a low IQ play. Like, if you're going to cheat, no one would ever really be able to prove that you're cheating when you use a different name, but you want to, like, brag about it that you're doing it? Like, all right. You're one of those criminals the cops have, like, an easy day with, right? You're going to break the law and then be like, leave the evidence. I mean, he's not very good at the game either. He's really suffering here. Use three tabs, still lost. $65% is what CG uses. Yeah, I mean, if it works for him, that's fine. I don't really see any top end players using that. And at the end of the day, is my opening the optimal meta? No. Does it work enough for me? Yeah. Like, most openings, they might get you a little bit difference, but it's never going to be such a substantial difference where if you don't lose it, you're guaranteed to lose, right? What's the optimal meta? I don't even know these days, because I'm being really honest with you. It's not that much of a difference. It's not that important unless you're doing 1v1s. That's the only time a little bit of an edge is going to make a difference over a better player. Like, you use my opening, you're going to be in this, right? You're never going to lose. You're not going to be one of those guys who's first out. And I say my opening as if I invented it. I didn't. Here, Dutch, can you fight this guy? Dutch, we need you to close the gap, buddy. Charge. Dutch. Dutch. Wake up. Finally. Just lose half our team. How do I join your clan in territorial? I mean, there's no like initiation process. You just hop in the clan, hop in a game with the corgi tag on. If you want to do anything more than that, like play off stream with some guys, then just type !Discord. Nightbot will bring up the command for the Discord. Just jump into that. Were you always player rank 1? I'm not player rank 1. We have been the team rank 1 for a while now. Yeah. We've been 1 or 2 for about a year now. When I first started, there was Elite, OG, and then I think it was Union that were always fighting for top 3. We were way out of it. I didn't even notice that blue player LOL was too focused on donating. Yeah. When you're donating, just donate zoomed out. You have to run the gauntlet to be in Corgi. Yeah, we don't quite have like a hazing ritual by any means. You know what's crazy at my college though? At Colorado State, fraternities and sororities were so heavily regulated, like very heavily scrutinized. And it was because like in like 5 years before I went to college, there was a girl who died at a fraternity house, and you go, oh my God, she died at a fraternity house. What happened? They must have been throwing a party and, you know, someone got her too drunk. Well, that was kind of the story that everyone just assumed. The real story was this girl was kicked out of a sorority for just being basically an alcoholic, but she knew some guys at a fraternity. She'd been out drinking the entire night, and she came over to their house, and one of the guys who was like her friend was concerned about her, so he put her to bed and then went down and watched TV, which was, you should never do with a drunk person. You should never leave him alone. And then he went back up later that night, and she wasn't in the bed, so he assumed she left. But she had crawled in the closet and died. And they didn't discover it until someone was giving a house tour the next day. But the story is like sorority girl dies at fraternity house. So our Greek life was so heavily monitored, there was no real hazing. But then you'd hear about like the club teams. Like the ultimate frisbee team got in real trouble because they were making their recruits eat cat food. And I go, what the hell, man? What the hell is that? I could never imagine you making someone eat cat food, nor would I ever eat cat food to join something. It's like, dude, like living in a fraternity house, there's so much on the line, because it's like, not only do you lose like your little group of friends, you lose your home. You get kicked out of your home. All right, let's do Asia. You have to go on a road trip across Wyoming to join the clan. I would never make anybody do that. 9 times out of 10 it'd just be boring AF, and then 1 time out of 10 it'd be so dangerous. Did I miss the Lobby 2 games? You did, Louis. You did. We got like this one and then a contest. Yeah, you missed all of them? Yeah. Maverick, did I tell you about driving through Atlanta? Driving through Atlanta is kind of crazy. Because, like, people are as aggressive as they always are in big cities. But I was at this one intersection, or this one thing, like getting on the highway where you snake in formation, where one car, like 2 lanes are merging to get onto a highway. And, like, one car goes, then the other car goes. And in, like, California, it's a fight to the death to, like, sneak in even when it's not your turn. And a guy tried doing that, and I immediately blocked him, and they backed off. And I was like, oh, that's the Southern hospitality right there. I mean, don't get it twisted, he's still a jerk about it, but at least he like backed off. I will say though, driving through Georgia, I've never seen so much congestion of just truckers going everywhere. Like Texas, California, Nevada, never seen so many truckers. It's like every other like vehicle on the road was a semi. That's the bless his heart mentality. Yeah, he blessed my heart. That's for sure. He gave me a little bless the heart with his middle finger, and then we moved on with our lives. But in California, dude, that's a fight to the death. It's like whose car is going to get ruined first. It's the most heavy game of chicken. And normally I back off those, but this guy was like egregious. Like drove up on the shoulder and tried to cut in and be like, nah, not on my watch, buddy. Hey Corey, what's up, Cogmania? How are you? There we go. Nice. Good job, boys. All right. 7 minutes for a contest. I'm just going to do some of the games we haven't got to today. Let's do the Flaggle. This is Vietnam, obviously. Okay. It's red, but not Vietnam. Ooh, Indonesia? I think that's too close. Yeah, this is Kiribati. The shape of Kiribati is that one, the island. The emblem's the flag. Pick a neighbor that borders it. Probably that one. Ah, dang it. That one? The Philippines? Samoa. Ah. I don't know why I guess Bosnia Herzegovina. My brain really turned off there. They have about 500,000. 121,000. Okay, way off. I guess they use the franc. They use the dollar, the Australian dollar. Ooh. All right, travel. All right, today I like to go from Monaco to Bulgaria. France. No! The hell happened? Get out of here. Oh my god, I think I'm getting friggin' my computer destroyed. Forget that game, dude. The hell? I'm so late, but hi. Oh my god, Abagalula, how are you? There's a clone Corgi and Territorial. Yeah, Lotna, I think you've told me that like 6 times, and I think you would have gotten the hint by like the 3rd time. That I don't care. If you get scammed by him, let it be a learning experience so you don't get scammed for real money in the future. Dude, Ranger is just posted up at the door. He's just snoozing, dude. He's knocked out. He never sleeps there. Someone must have spooked him. I went outside yesterday. I heard this big growl from Ranger, which was pretty awkward. Like he's not a fighter. He was fighting. I had some like pieces of a tree I'd cut down and haven't thrown away yet. There was a squirrel in there. And I was like, why are you picking a fight with a squirrel? You're going to get rabies. Like, he has the shot, but I don't want to have to take him to the vet because he picked a fight with a squirrel. Hobbs came over there and was like, Hobbs is the type of dog who would get bit first and then go killer mode. But still, I don't want to deal with a dog who got bit. Vets are expensive, man. I don't want to take the dog to the vet because he got in a fight. Unless it's a fight to defend the house. But Ranger thinks everything's a fight to defend the house, I swear to God. Except for the garbage truck. He'll bark at everything. The garbage truck's too loud and scary. He'll run straight to me. I always know when the garbage truck's here because he runs. Full on panic. Gotta get to dad. You're not gonna play? We're waiting for the contest. We got 3 minutes left. Did you commission these? No, I made them myself. As in I stole them from Canva, but don't tell Canva. After contest, we doing a battle royale? No, this is the last game of the day. Yeah, we already did our lobby 2 stuff today, so this is the last contest. We'll walk out with a dub. Call it a day. Have a little bit longer of a stream tomorrow because I think we're going to do Lines of Battle again. Love to be able to like add a second series I can record on stream and then post. But yeah. Now, what is the last game of the day gonna be? My bet is Asia. We've seen a lot of Asia today. It would be sick. You know, it probably would be a Europe. Asia's not really a contest-heavy favorite map. Probably be Europe. I got into Lines of Battle, but got pretty tired. It was into it, but was tired. Oh yeah, it's a pretty good game. It's a pretty good game. I did have another game creator reach out to me, and it might be a game we try some point on stream. It looked pretty interesting. It's kind of like, what's it called? Songs of Silence. They say it's like Total War and Heroes of Might and Magic, which is, you know, they're old if they're referencing Heroes of Might and Magic. Kind of, I would say more Civ is what it looks like. I know you like CK, but do you enjoy other Paradox games? Not really, no. No. The bar to entry on CK3 is like here, and then like every other Paradox game, they took it to 11. Like I used to really enjoy Stellaris, and then they convoluted the game so much where it's just like, I don't even want to play you anymore. Oh, dude, it's the world. All right, let's get our Asia spawn. We need just about everybody in Asia. We need like one person in Australia. Almost 4K hours in Stellaris? Yeah. So you probably got through what, 4 games? That game takes forever, dude. I mean, CK3 is kind of the same. Like I've been playing this Iberian struggle, and I've been trying to end the struggle for like hours, but I have to convert all the county cultures to my faith, all the kingdom cultures to my faith, and the kingdom keeps getting bigger. So at one point I was down to like 2 left, and now I have like 30 to go. All right, don't forget, boys, we're grabbing Asia. Let's go. All right, pretty good placement. Good enough. Let's go. Should have fought back. Can't really do much about stream sniping, but I'm sure you guys will be fine. The Long Dark Sweet if you like Stellaris. Isn't that like a completely different game? It's a survival game, dude. I think you're confusing what Stellaris is. Stellaris is a 4X game. Just make sure if you're in Asia, you're aggressive. You're attacking somebody always. Doesn't matter who, just fight somebody. Like this guy with 5,000 should not exist. He should be immediately targeted. Good job. Good job. Bio, don't just sit back and watch somebody die. Hugo, get up north. Get up north. Good job. Finish things up. Let's go. Should be 3 people attacking right here. Canada, Parse, just immediately start fighting them. Good job baiting out the full Sin Vulcan. hopefully those two will be able to handle it. If we could start getting some donations to like Cute Kitten in Europe, and then let's try and separate into IDF in Africa. He's a good one. Those are the two donation targets, Cute Kitten and IDF. Let's try and get a good push there. Hopefully mods can hold down here. There we go. And if we could just focus IDF for a moment, we need a stronger presence in Africa. Do not donate Fridays, he's a troll. Or he likes to bill himself as one. Come on, team. I know we got more donations than this. Let's get IDF up. We need to get him to at least 1 million. We have that capability. Please ignore the crown and everyone else in the world. We need to make sure our backlines are protected. Donate IDF in Africa. He's the backward C-shaped guy. Stellaris isn't the alien planet survival game with a ton of puzzles? No. I think you're thinking of Outer Wilds, brother. There we go. Good job holding back here, Rubik's and Contest Boy. You really helped us out there. Could we start getting some donations to mods in Southeast Asia, Vietnam, Thailand area? And maybe we can get a good push down here. IDF, bud. You cannot waste your troops like this. Bud, you had 1 million. You got to be closer to your red interest. You're creating such a liability for us. All right, this is an all hands on deck. Ignore North America, IDF or mods. Only 2 people you donate to, IDF or mods. Mods needs it more. Ignore North America. We do not need it. It doesn't matter. Donate to our crown or donate to mods. Mods get involved. I'm trying my hardest for the blue team. Yeah, and you almost won. Because our crown just assumed the game was over and got friggin' invaded. Who's this? Rubik? Alright. Donate Rubik. Donate Rubik. Let's just end the game. Good job, boys. There was a Crimea map. Yeah, it was sick, too. It was probably one of the best maps the game's ever had. The developer also added in poor taste. He quickly took it down. I think people talked to him about it. He added a Ukraine map. Like, the week that Ukraine was getting invaded. And it was just like, oh, I think that one's a little bit too rough. Anyways, that map went away. All right, GG's, boys. That's going to do it for me today. Hope you had fun. I had a lot of fun. I'll see everybody tomorrow.